All right. Welcome, everybody. I'm so excited that we're here today for this live teaching. So, what I'd like to talk about today is um, we're going to go over the recipe template that I have. I'm going to show you everything about what it is and really all of the cool things that are involved with this recipe template. So, first things we want to do is let's look at Jill this recipe. Now, it's just basically a template that is a full feature template. It gives you allergy information. Hold on, something's funky's going on here. One second, let me stop this for a second. Okay. Things seem to be going really, really slow here. I wonder if it's just the sharing of the screen here. Let me see. Let's try and load this back up again. Is that any better? Yeah, I start slowing down extremely much. Okay. Not exactly sure why it slowed down so much. All right, well, we'll just go ahead and get started. I'm going to talk to you directly like this as I try and figure out what's going on here. So, what we've got here is I've got a recipe template that I created. It's a compilation of several different recipe templates that I've had in different jobs, and um, the whole premise behind it was so that I could have all of the information that I wanted, and even to the point where me being the executive chef, will my recipes actually carry me through from, all the way from culinary school all the way through my executive chef career. So this recipe template has evolved over the years, and it really at this point I feel like it has a really solid foundation upon it. Okay. I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the features that it has on here. So the big thing is it's got the restaurant name on there. It's got the menu item, whatever that is. It's got the date on it, and this one's a big one. It actually automatically updates every single day that you pull it up. So if you pull it up and you make any changes and you save it, then you print it, you may have, and you forget to, pull out the old recipe out of the book at work. The person that's looking through the recipes and see two different recipes, they'll be able to immediately know which one is the most recent recipe out of that book. That really helps a lot in all of the different aspects of consistency and making sure that everything is up to date. The other part of this one that a lot of restaurant templates do not have is it has a section for allergy information where you can just go through and quickly click each one of these if it has that allergy. So the whole premise behind that is not only is this a recipe template, but it is also a plateup guide. So you can print these off. It's got a section for the picture in it, and you can then take that picture and all of the ingredients and the allergy information, put it into a binder, and that becomes the plateup guide for the servers, so that you can send it to the servers and they can learn and understand what each one of these recipes look like, what each one of the plates look like, and the allergy information that they need to give. That way, if any person comes to the cook or comes to the server and asking, well, does it have this? You know what? I'm not entirely sure. Let me go check real quick. they can go check real quick. Or better yet, they've studied it and they know because you, as a chef, have given them the information that they need. So let's go and get started with this. Let's see if this is going to work now. You know what? I wonder if, just a second. Let me pull this out like that. All right. Let's see if this works. Okay. I hope I haven't slowed down too much. A little bit, but not too bad. Okay. Let me do one quick disconnect right here. All right. A little interesting there. Okay. Now, switching up a little bit on the picture, but it's not too bad. So what we've got here on here is we've got Jill's Cafe. And within this, you see on here, this is just a regular pico de gallo recipe. And it is, you know, like I said, it automatically updates the day right there. I don't have to change anything. And let's see. Still learning a little bit on this. Okay, there we go. I'm assuming it's going to take you about 15 minutes to get through this recipe, as you see right here. And on this one, it does. Why do I have that on there? But for other recipes, you can easily put an oven temperature on there so that if it's a baking recipe, you know what to preset the temperature as. So here's the allergy information. You got your dairy, you got your egg, tree nut, peanut, wheat, shellfish, fish, and soybean. So you just go ahead and you just click on each one of those to get that up and running like that. As with any recipe that we've got, you've got your, you know, Roma tomatoes, dice your tomatoes, 4 cups. Inside of this, on your cups, on your unit, I've got a drop down menu, and that will maintain that consistency so that every single recipe looks the same. Another reason why I got this is because what I did is I had created a separate template or a template Excel sheet that I could download all of the I could download the, you know, product guide from the vendors that I order from. And in that, I would put on the yields on each one of those things for each, you know, for a cup and for a pound. And then it would search for the ingredient, and then it would put in the cost automatically. So I could just update the vendor list, the product list that I got from the vendor, and then it would automatically update the food cost. Now, that one is a little bit more robust and it's very personalized and it takes a lot of time. And so it's not something really for you guys. But just so you know, that's kind of why I've got the consistency on the units right here. These units right here, if you need to do it, you know, 1.5, it ends up 1.5 cups. So that way everything becomes really easy and consistent. Okay, so moving down, there's several slots here for a nice big robust recipe. Down here, you've got the preparation. As you see right here, this little pop-up that shows up, it says use Alt Enter to make a new line. anytime that you're working on an Excel sheet and you want to create a new line, you hit Alt Enter, and then that will begin to scroll it down. Um, it is also it also will make sure that if you kind of continue to write past the edge of the cell, that it will continue on a new line. As you can see right here, let's go up here to this right here, and we just keep going. See, so everything will fit inside of this. If by chance you start to have a much bigger, instructions, one, you've got too many instructions. If it doesn't fit in here, start to simplify it. Again, these kinds of instructions are for people who at least have a little bit of experience. So don't get too detailed into these instructions. The next thing is the photo. You can just insert a photo in here and of what the product, what the menu item, what the end result is supposed to look like, so that the people making the recipe can double check with the book to make sure that it's correct. Now, if you need to, you can put several pictures in there of processes, and that is great as well. The last part is the plate specs. So this part right here is what you use to talk about exactly what's going to go on the plate, the garnishes. Is it going to be on a round plate, on a square plate, in a large bowl, whatever you call it, what the plate is. It's going to explain, the processes for, the different sauces, any garnishes that are going on top. For the servers, it can include things like, anything that needs to be preset on the tables. If it's a steak, make sure that you're presetting a steak knife. If it is a soup, make sure that you're presetting a soup spoon, or any of the other kind of things like that. So that's really what it is all about on this one. So this recipe will, it's a very robust recipe, very quick and easy. But as you can see right here, you can adjust the serving. Say, you don't want your food cost to be at 13. Okay. Well, maybe instead of making it, 16 servings, this makes, I can't remember. Anyway, this makes, I forgot to put the quantity in here. Okay, let's just say it makes about 16. You got servings, you got 16 cups in the serving. Cost per serving is 13 cents. You're charging for $1. So let's say you want to go a half a cup. Okay. Oh yeah, this is one of the difficulties I had. So if you wanted to go half a cup on there, and it was a cup before, you just drop it down to 32. You could put the information down here as far as how much. Use 8-ounce ramekin for service. Dish out, 6 ounces per plate. So you put that in there like that. And so then you can do that. That drops the food cost down. But with that, you want to say, hey, I'm going to give you a discount and I'm going to charge you 75 cents. So they may feel like you're giving them a discount because of the deal, but you're also offering them less, and you're able to keep that food cost. So there are certain areas on here that you are not able to access, and the whole reason is so that you don't mess up any of the formulas that are within there. If you do try and write something like here, it's going to give you a nice little error. And so you'll just have to erase that and just use the drop down menu on here. But like you say, I've got each bunch recipe, And then I've even got grams, milliliters, drops, or straight up to taste for salt and pepper. Okay. So that is what I have here on my recipe template. Um, it's a really good template. I've used it in several restaurants, and every single time I use it, people begin to understand it a little better. Um, every chef has their own kind of way of doing things. Again, this is the way that I've learned how to do it, and what I've found um, works best. So, how do you get this template? Let me pull that up for you real quick. Let me just a second here. All right. Here we go. Let me pull up the website real quick. And 1 second. Dang it, I forgot. Let me pull up the recipe real. All right. So let me put this in here real quick. All right. Captions. So right here, you've got the recipe template right here. Okay. That's not the right one. Let me. There we go. That's the right one. Okay. So there's the recipe template. It's www.cookingphysics.com/recipe-template-offer. So go ahead and go onto there. I will put it into the descriptions, into the comments below these videos, so you can get it. Um, you know, it's a really good template offer. It's a really good template. It works very well, and it helps keep things consistent. And everybody always knows exactly what's going to be in each one of the products, menu dishes that you have. They're able to follow the recipes. Um, the other thing is that the servers know really quickly offhand what kind of allergies each one of your things has. So thank you very much. I'm really excited to offer this to everybody. Again, that's cookingphysics.com/recipe-template-offer. And go check it out, and I will get that for you. It is completely free, and I hope you really enjoy it. So thank you very